Today, I have for you a beaded bracelet based on cubes, on cube beads, and then on a cube structure made with 11 seed beads on a base of double right angle weave unit. I have seen this type of cubic double right angle weave, wow, in Sabine Liepert's work, and I had to make a design based on it. Keep watching if you want to make your own beaded bracelet. What do we need today for our bracelet? It would be some beads, and we have the cube bead, a 3 mm cube bead. And then for the ball, we need 11 seed beads in 2 colors and the usual lobster clasp. And here we start our bracelet with the clasp. We pick up 4 seed beads and the closed ring, and we close the circle with a knot. Then we move our thread through the first seed bead after the knot and add 1 seed bead in between the seed beads of the base circle. Now, following the structure of the bracelet, we are going to add 3 seed beads, cube 4 seed beads, and we go back through the last 3, reinforce, and then come out here. So here we have 3 seed beads, cube 4 seed beads. Skip the last one, the 4th, go back through 3, cube next 3, then we anchor on the first seed beads that we've started, and then we move the thread back up to the last seed bead. So this is how we anchor the square bead. And now we make sure that the thread comes out of the last seed bead. This component is a cube made in the method of cubic right angle weave, but with a unit of double right angle weave. This method is for advanced, those who are advanced in cubic right angle weave. I will put up link to my cubic right angle weave tutorial. The idea is not that it's difficult, the idea is that you need to have the visual. I will explain as much as possible, but you need to have the visual of the cubic right angle weave. Let's get started with this component. So let's start with thread comes out from the bead that anchors the cube, and we pick up 1, 2, 3, 4 seed beads, go back, Now we move the thread up the first one and put one seed bead in between the 3 seed beads. And this is what we call one wall of the double right angle weave. This idea is not mine, and I give the whole whatever is called to Sabine Lippert. So this is one wall. This is our floor in the cube. Now, around this anchoring bead, we start building up another wall. So the first part of the wall is to pick up 4 seed beads and close the circle around the bead like this. We move the thread up the first seed bead in the circle of 4 and then add 1 seed bead in between the next 3. So 1 seed bead, the second seed bead, the third seed bead. Go through the anchor bead in the floor, and here we have the first wall finished. Now from this floor bead we move the thread to the next corner bead from the floor, and now we start building up the second wall that will also have the connection with the first wall. And now we make the second wall. We pick up 4 seed beads, and here we have 4. Go around the bead, and now we add the beads in between. We move first this up, the thread up, the first one, and now we add 1, 2, and the third will be common. So we add the first one, the second, and the third is common with the first wall. And we move the thread up to the third corner of the floor. Now let's make the third wall, and we pick up 4 seed beads, move the thread through the first one, add 1 seed bead in between first and the second, second and the third, and the seed bead between third and the fourth will be a connecting one by picking up the seed bead from the previous wall. Okay, and now we move the thread through the floor, through the base, to the last corner. Build the fourth wall, so we pick up 4 seed beads, close the circle, And now, this being the last one, we move the thread up the first seed bead of 4, and now we connect in 2 places. So we connect with the seed bead from the first wall. Here we are at the top where we add a bead, and then here between 3 and 4 we connect with the seed bead from wall number 3. And here we are. Now we move the thread to the seed bead that we have added in this wall at the last one. And now, based on this seed bead, we just make the last, the ceiling, the last wall of the cube. So we pick up 4 seed beads, close the circle, and move the thread up the first seed bead. And as you guess by now, all the beads that we have to add in between the seed beads of the wall will be connectors. So this one, let's see how the thread comes. So we just follow the flow, and it's like this. And again, the second seed bead, and here we have the third connector, like this. Okay. And we go out the first seed bead, and here we have our cube. Funny enough, this cube looks more like a ball. And now we continue our bracelet by adding a segment with a cube. So if we have the thread, the initial bead here, let's see how we place it. Yes, if we move the thread here, we'll be quite in a straight line. So let's move our thread there. Here you are. And we anchor like we've done in the first step. So 1, 2, 3, cube. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's lovely. Skip the last one, go back. Through 3, cube 3. We close here the connection, and then bring back up the thread to the seed bead, that was skipped, and this will act as the first anchoring bead for the floor of the next element. And you just repeat this sequence until you have the needed length for the bracelet. And then on the other side you just create the same connection for the clasp. And here we are. I hope you like this method. Thank you very much for watching and see you with our next tutorial. Ciao ciao!